Today, I'm going to be going over some site audit insights. We're going to use Hive Digital as the example. In this case, we're talking about updating and fixing the blog permalink structure. That's the URLs, how the blog is configured by default, and optimizing it. So the first issue for this blog is we do have it in the blog folder here, but when we click in to a blog post, we're actually seeing that the folder it's in is 2021, 11, and 12. So it's date based, but we're already communicating the date here. And that's actually what Google is using to power this snippet here. So we're losing an opportunity to optimize that URL structure for two reasons. One, it should be in a blog folder for analytics purposes. We want to be able to segment our traffic and analyze and separate our efforts and say, okay, how is our content effort faring? How are we doing overall in the blog? And if you've got that chopped up into little tiny pieces based off of dates, it doesn't analyze really well. The second thing is that the category for this post should also be there so that when you're trying to see which segment of additional content that you're creating is most popular or most effective, you can do that very quickly. This is date-based, so you're going to have to do some complicated data layer. You're going to have to do additional tagging to really find out, okay, how are all of my SEO category blog posts actually doing? So the first step we want to do, we want to change the date-based structure in permalink settings. Next, we want to make sure that the category for the blog post appears in the URL structure. We also want to look at this category structure itself. And it's really silly, it's really simple, but you don't need a category for your categories. It should be /blog or just /SEO. So if you go into Yoast, there's a simple setting where you can check a box and remove that category prefix from your categories for your site. And once you do that, you've cleaned up your blog permalink structure. The only other tip is to double check and see how many posts are appearing by default on the front page. The default is 10. We usually recommend increasing that to 20 because going deeper, having 20 links off of a page is an okay number. If you make it 10, it literally doubles the amount of pagination that you end up using. And if you have a prolific amount of content, you've just pushed deeper and deeper and further away from the homepage, all of that additional content. So apply these tips and tricks to your own site audit. If you're an SEO expert, add these to your repertoire. If you're looking for a quick SEO audit, make sure that you're fixing your blog structure, looking at it as more than just a, continual chronological post. Think about how you can connect people to different pieces. Think about how you can topically push people to other sections. You can add call outs. Topically, you can do more visually than just do post after post. Ahrefs does a particularly great job on their blog homepage. You can see that they are highlighting effective content and then digging deeper topically into SEO. Then within SEO, they've got link building. So additional structures like this turn a chronological list of blog posts into an actual, library where you can go down different corridors and find what you want. So I hope this helps.